I gotta stop doing these intros in the morning. I gotta be so quiet. Everyone's asleep. It's 6:40, and I made a mistake again. I'm doing this in the morning, but we got a special guest today, Livvy Di Clavasio. Had a lot of fun. Just not doing the typical podcast style of figuring life out. More just actually enjoying ourselves. We just shot the shit. Talked about a TikTok competition to get famous, who can get famous first. And we played some modified version of Truth or Drink at the end. It's pretty funny. Just like relaxing chat, not the two. If you listen to Too Many Jams before, like the predecessor to this podcast was like very much asking a lot of questions and like getting the whole like bio. But I said on this episode how I always regret that I never did enough of just like fun eppies. Like maybe guests would come back on and just like shoot the shit. And Liv even mentioned it in this podcast. She's like, we would have a podcast. You'd ask me like all these like life questions and it'd be fun and whatever. But then like after the podcast would stop, we would have a great chat, like hilarious, and it's just uncaptured. So maybe we got to capture that. I don't know. Anyway, enjoy. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you later. I'm almost famous. Chill out, mom, I'm doing it my own way. I'm almost famous. I'll freak off, yet I'll make my money someday.
If you could dream any dream you could, if you could ever dream anything you could be in your life, what would it be? You don't want to be here, do you?
No.
All right, so
It's a lot of other things that I have a shelf in the basement I have to stain still. So
can you speak up?
When Rob asks you why the shelf isn't stained, it's because this podcast has to happen.
I know Rob can hear me wherever he's right now, and if he wants the smoke, he can have it, okay? Anyway, okay, few things. New episode. The intro's different. The intro's already happened, so like we're flowing right now.
Okay.
It's like I'll do a little intro after the fact where I'm like, oh, like today I had on, Liv, Robbie's girlfriend.
Yes.
And so we're already in it. Just
You look at my vocals compared to yours.
I know. I turned you up. You're a little pipsqueak. Also, like if you're looking in the camera, like you're munchkin size when I was looking through the viewfinder there. So, yeah. So instead of having Robbie on the podcast, you just get his girlfriend. She's here against her will.
Yeah.
She's okay. A lot of things. I basically forced you to be here because I was going to do it alone, but I just wanted company, and you're staying at our house right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you're forced by the government to be off work.
Yes, I have really no excuse as to why I wouldn't want to do the podcast.
No,
I'd just be upstairs on my phone. So,
but you're just like you're a little bit. You're like weirdly shy about being like I don't know everything
about exposing myself.
I don't know why, because few things to note about Liv. If you follow us on like our band on any social media, you've seen that we've actually done some music together. She's done a few covers, and always gas her up because her voice is like, it's better than. If you like my voice is like it would be like a B+, and hers is like that next level. But she's got like stage fright and other whack shit, which is really annoying.
I also hate compliments.
Yeah.
This is going like
whatever.
Crawling into my shell.
That's it. That's all. That's the only compliment. That's all I'll do then.
Thank you.
You got a good voice and you're shy, which is like it cancels. It sucks. Mm-hmm. So I just want you to just get famous. Like I want to get famous. Have the same dreams.
I posted a TikTok today. Did you? Did you?
Yeah,
post
I did.
It?
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
that's a big step.
Anyway, okay. Livvy Di Clavasio is on Almost Famos. She's been around for pretty much as long as the podcast has been around. Been dating Robbie for
almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years. The podcast has been around for a bit longer than her. And Robbie just broke up with the podcast, so I guess you're
Gotta
next.
fill
Yeah,
that time frame.
No, whatever. You're a better. We're already like. I've said a bunch on the podcast. Robbie and I, our minds, although we make great music together, we do not think at all alike. Like they just don't. When it comes to everything else but music, we're just not on the same page. Friendship, it's great because you're just like, he says weird stuff, I say weird stuff. We're just having fun. We like
same humor.
We have the same general values, but when it comes to work, not a single overlap.
Yeah.
But you and I are more more similar. And then when I have Robbie issues or you have Robbie issues, we like talk to each other, and I'm like, I know, eh? Like, I totally get it. Like, it's like we're both dating him. I'd say we're both also like to different degrees, like really perfectionisty.
Yes, I agree.
And like have some of the same crippling, like you maybe even more so. Like I've seen you ponder a caption, maybe for an afternoon, maybe longer.
Sometimes I ponder it so hard, I just don't post it.
Yeah, it's insane. And what was your issue today? Can you take me through? You made a TikTok today because we'll get into it, but you know, I think we're going to challenge each other, right? We're going to do something. We'll figure out the details, but you did make it your second all-time TikTok. Yeah. You did a cool cover. Sounded really good. I thought it was 10 out of 10. And then you come up and you're like, I can't, like, I fucked it up. I can't post it. You messed up one lyric.
I messed up like a couple words.
What was the mess up?
It was, wait. It's the driver's
something
license.
blonde hair.
It was like the one. It said the one. I said the one you always talk about, or the one that's something. But it was
the one that always brings me down, or it was like something
it was like
that.
I said the one instead of the girl that or something.
AKA,
like I messed it up.
Inconsequential.
But it's something I would do.
Inconsequential.
It's like that's what's annoying. It's like I would try so hard to make a mistake, you know?
We have different levels of perfectionism. I will accept shit like that.
Yeah, you're standing at the top of the stairs. You're like, no, post that.
Post that.
You're like, no one notices that.
But what's different is I probably like wouldn't like throw up a raw me singing acoustic song because I want to like make sure like the guitar sounds great and the vocals sound great. So I'd run it through my computer and like I have that like different level. I mean,
I probably wouldn't have like. I feel like even like me a few months ago, I probably...
Just get that mic up there.
I'm so sorry.
Just if you put it here, you can even talk lightly or you can talk...
Okay, I'll talk lightly.
But don't talk lightly though. Talk.
Either way, I think a couple months ago or even...
TikTok.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have posted it. I think the lockdown's just really... I'm just getting to the point where like I just don't care anymore. I know there's nothing else to do. I'm going insane.
And TikTok's good for it because it's kind of, it doesn't feel like...
No commitment.
It doesn't, it's like people accept shit content on TikTok, whereas like Instagram's so polished.
Yeah.
A perfectionist nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a man and I put my photos through filters before I post them online. Like, I'm like, why? If you look at my pictures, like they have like sunset haze on them. Or like I have like a Lightroom pack. It's really embarrassing, but on TikTok, like I'm down to look scrubby and bubby.
I got your mic stand because I had this whole thing. I was gonna like put the camera on the stand and everything, and like and make it all whatever. I ended up like shoving it into like the cushion just to like hold it up. It was like from like the down view. Because I feel like that's what it's all about. Like just putting it in a corner somewhere. Like people have the worst angles on
therapy for perfectionism.
Yeah, I did. I was like, you know what? Shove it there. Press play, and just do it.
I have like the stabilizer, you know, that I use for work. Yeah. It will just hold your camera perfect, like a foot off the ground, completely level. Anyway, we'll get to talking.
I mean, like, stop trying to make me. I'm trying to be less perfect.
No,
Don't give me a device.
Hey, you know, they use the ring lights and everything. But yeah, like the podcast normally is. You've been on before. The podcast for the last few years has been called Too Many Jams, and it's been like, what were you like in middle school? Like, what kind of dreams do you have? Like, are you figuring life out? Like, what do you think about this? And it was great and all. And when we had friends on, we'd still shoot the shit. But it was too much that, like, I just want to get back to having fun on a podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not really figuring life out.
Like we'd have, even like
Anymore.
last time I was on, talk about work or like what I was doing with my business and stuff. And then we'd turn off the camera and then like we'd all like get around the dining room table and like have dinner and like have actual funny chats and be like die laughing about like ridiculous stuff.
Even
like, this is the stuff that we should be recording.
Even when I edit it up, it sucks too because when the lights are on, the mics, I had maybe like 30 things top of mind. I was like, oh, I'm just going to like ring these off. I hit record. Your mind goes completely blank.
Yeah.
And you can't help but be like the same pattern. Like, what's going on in my life?
Even when you're talking to me, I'm like, just looking at you smiling. Like, so awkward.
So this time to combat that and our general perfectionism, we're just going to go fun. We're in the fun zone.
Fun zone.
Little context, Liv has a hair studio. She opened it up herself after working at a salon for a long time. She's the one that dyes my hair all pretty. We used to shout you out as like a sponsor, but your studio's not even open. So it's like Bottle Rocket Hair, maybe in a month.
Maybe.
Check it out, maybe in a month.
Maybe not.
But you're losing your marbles, and we were talking today. You just out of the blue. You don't talk like how I talk about getting famous. I'm like, I just want to get famous.
Yeah.
I just want to just make music for a living, get paid to do that. I like all this shit. And you're like, I kind of don't want to be famous. I just you said you think about issues you would have if you were famous, like way down the line, and it stops you from wanting to be famous now, like as if
it's like even I have a shot at all. I'll be like, oh, I don't want to. I'm gonna move to like LA and stuff when I get famous. And like, I don't know if I want to live in LA. Like, is that in California? That sounds really dumb, but it is, right? I just don't.
Like,
okay, wait, it's in California, right?
Yes.
Like, eventually California's like that whole plate thing's going to break off. And I'm like, I don't want to live there.
You factor tectonic plates into your decision.
I get that deep into anxiety and talk myself out of it.
Yeah. Oh, all I've realized through being like obsessed with life design and like figuring shit out and motivation is that I don't even understand myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just barely scratch the surface sometimes and make a breakthrough. Like I've been on this routine for maybe a month and a half longer. And it's been going really well because I've been doing like all this, like just basic, like go for a run in the morning, work out in the morning, eat right, half day of work, half day of music, like 4 hours each, do it every day, kind of rinse and repeat. And then more recently, because I've moved out, my expense, like my rent is coming due in like 5 days. I've been really grinding sales and whatever. I even applied for part-time jobs, and I had a job interview yesterday.
Yeah.
And like they're following up references, and like some of the sales got back, and like I'm doing a little bit of correspondence. And then when that happens, I smoked like 5 cigarettes today.
Yeah.
I get destructive.
Yeah.
I went for a run this morning instead of at 6:30 at 7:30. I laid on my workout mat for an hour after I got back. It's like I get this like success paralysis where I'm like, a part of me like, I'm like, I don't want the job. I don't want the clients, because then like
you'll actually
I have anxiety about like getting remotely it's whack. And then I took a deep breath and I was like, you're fucked up. You're just fucked up.
Your mind
just
is fucked up.
Just whatever. Have a creative day. So I just kind of unplugged, just had a destructive creative day, made some music, did a little ticky-tacky, pressured you into coming onto the pod, and just like accepted that I'm weird about it. And I sent my emails, I called the people, and I'm just going to push through, and I'm just going to try to get over all those barriers.
Yeah.
But that's about as much as I want to talk about like Too Many Jamsy style stuff.
Yeah.
We have like a truth or drink idea. We have
let's ask questions. Let's ask funny questions.
Before we get into funny questions, I wanted to talk about this little comp, this little TikTok comp. You said it out of the blue this morning. You're like, I'm just gonna get famous now. and you're like, I'm gonna just start and blow you out of the water. Like
I like the competition aspect with you, because I think that even like when you and Rob talk about it, it's very much like, I don't know. I get to like overhear your conversations, and a part of me just wants to be like, I just want to see like
do
I want to
something.
be on. I want to fucking do something. Like I want to like, you know, I'm like listening to you guys like talk about like all the ways to do it, and like it seems so complicated. But in my head, I'm like, it seems actually so fucking simple. But then you guys like twist and turn all these like really like
annoying,
make it so fucking complicated. It makes me just want to be like,
post 3 times a
I'm
day.
just gonna fucking do it, and then
Take a
show you guys
picture.
how easy it is.
You know what? Like
And I came downstairs, I'm like standing on the top of the stairs. I'm like, TikTok challenge.
you
I'm
actually
getting famous.
challenged me from like the top of the stairs. You're like, hey, bitch. Like, I'm coming for you. And I didn't even know I was in a competition.
I literally did. I was sitting at the top of the stairs. I was like, hey.
I've been posting on TikTok.
I didn't know that, really.
It only kind of like not really music-y stuff. Like I posted like some clips from the music videos, some stuff being like, we have a band, check us out.
You don't post music stuff though, but it's fine. Like as long as you post and like you get recognition, then like people start caring about what you're doing, you know. But like you could put so much more music stuff out on TikTok.
Yeah, it'll be probably better if I stick to a more consistent message. But you're right, like it's so simple.
So simple.
And I like that you're down for competition. I love competition.
Yeah.
I love
you
like
need a little bit of competition.
And that's what I said when I was talking about how Rob and I are on different wavelengths sometimes. Like I tried this, like it's like when you have like a relationship issues with your wife and you try things like role play or whatever.
Yeah.
Like with Rob, I was like, let's do a competition. We talked about it on the podcast like maybe 6-7 months ago, where it was like, I'll run the Instagram for 2 weeks. You run the Instagram for 2 weeks. You remember this?
Yeah.
And it was like all exciting for me. And I was like, oh, like this is gonna be great. And Robbie nicely agrees to it, but like that's just
it's not his vibe.
He's not competitive like that. He's competitive in weird things like tennis or like shit with his brother. Like, but when it comes to this stuff,
yeah.
Even working out, I've tried to be like, you skinny bitch. Like I can outlift you. I can out everything you, like hoping it's like, he'll be like, fuck you. Like, and we can start like a gym comp up.
Yeah.
He's like, I like my body. I think I look good. Like
he's very secure with himself.
I know.
Like
and it
I feel
pisses
like
me
you
off.
gotta have a little bit more insecurities to like get fired up about a competition.
That's
you
why
know
I'm
what
happy
I
you're
mean?
here.
Because I have crippling insecurity.
Yeah. So you got a little inspired. We're going to go head to head, and I like it. I think you have just a teensy advantage though, because you're a whammon.
But you said that there were all those boys, like the men.
If you can tap into, there's a thing on TikTok where it's like, the boys got me.
The boys got me.
But you have to like, you can't be trying. The boys will only get guys that are like, so they'll make a video. It'll be like some dad or like some guy with like no other videos. And he'll make this video. He'll be like, look at my sister and her friend. Like they've been trying for months to get TikTok famous. He's like, I know the boys got me. Like blow this video up of me doing nothing. And then they'll get like 1 million likes, but it's not really like sustainable fun.
It's like,
or it'll be like, my girlfriend like did this to me. It's like crazy, but I know the boys got me. Like maybe when I got dumped, I could have done something. Right. Missed opportunity. Shit.
You know what? I'd say it's even.
But a girl, a pretty girl with a good voice.
But I feel like girls love to like obsess over boys. Like girls love obsessing over boys.
An 18-year-old thought like ear dangling.
You just have to get the earring, have it dangle, separate your hair in the middle, have like flow in front of your face.
I almost got
rings.
crow's feet going on. Right? Like it's like 28 is like you might as well be
shave that facial hair.
You might as well be in a retirement home if you're 28 on TikTok. Like they're
That's why I feel like
you could be.
I'll
my
be okay.
dad.
I look like I'm 15.
Yeah, it's that half Chinese.
I just sang a song today about getting my driver's license, and it seemed like believable. It was like you can drive.
Yeah, you're like Asian Ariana Grande. It's like it's like a timeless, like childish look.
Someone said that I was watching some interview, and this guy was like, I would never. It was like a celebrity. He's like, I would never date Ariana Grande, like, because she looks so young.
Looks like someone's daughter.
Yeah, he's like, it seems so inappropriate. Like she looks so young, even though he knows how like old she is. And I was like,
I would anyone.
Is that how it like? I wonder how many people have been like, ew, I could not go for Olivia. She looks 15 years old.
Anyone that says I would not date Ariana Grande, shut the fuck up, you idiot.
That's true.
Like she's my
Yeah. That's true.
But I can kind of see it. I don't know. I remember I was dating that, like, I'm not gonna drop names, but I was dating that girl. I'm trying to date it like last Christmas time. Very child looking, smaller. This is bad. I should just say her name, Catherine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
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 And there was one, we were up at the cottage, at Eli's cottage, and we did a double surf. I don't know if you were there for that. I don't think you were.
Like she was like the little child.
We did two people up on, and
yeah.
I can show you a picture after, but we were both standing on like the surfboard, which are kind of small, surfing behind the boat, and she was between my legs. And I looked back at the pictures, and it looked like I was like I was like taking your daughter.
Yeah.
Like surfing
teaching her how to surf.
And I had a mustache. I look like a man. I look 40. And I saw that, and I was like, you know what? It is kind of like I wouldn't want to throw that content out there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's funny, actually.
Because it doesn't seem like it. I'm sitting here. I know your age.
Yeah.
I know you're not a child.
Yeah.
I don't see you as a child. But if we doubled up on a surfboard and you were between my legs, they would think I had a Chinese wife, and this was my
your
teenage. And
daughter.
we'd like, and some people have kids at like 18, 16, and their kids, like they look. You said you're friends.
Yes,
me.
My friends' parents are like currently in their 40s, but when we were 15, they were in their 30s, and like
young 30s, mid 30s.
Yeah, like mid 30s.
That's crazy.
It was like 30. I don't remember. It was like mid 30s, but like they're super hot, both of them.
Yeah.
And like his dad's super hot.
Who does he look like? The celebrity you said the dad looks like?
The guy from
Alvy
Kingdom.
from
Alvy.
Kingdom.
Yeah, totally.
Sick show, by the way.
Yeah.
Nick Jonas, your fave. You hate on Nick Jonas.
I don't know why I hate on Nick Jonas. He's probably like a super nice, like super chill, super cool, super nice guy. I just like to hate on him for some reason.
It's just weird that he was like people kind of forgot the whole like celibate Disney train.
Yeah.
Like that's like normal.
Yeah, and he's like walking down, like he's about to like fight somebody. And he's like, like doing that, like breathing thing, like.
But the best thing is he's secretly gay on the show, which I love that.
Yeah, he had to be. They had to make him gay
because he doesn't look like a tough guy.
Also, his body was not like, imagine being Nick Jonas. And they were like, listen, you're going to be shirtless a lot in this season. It's a fighting thing. You're supposed to be jacked up.
And the other guys are like,
they're
shredded. Yeah.
And then Nick Jonas comes
he's
in.
Nicky Jones.
But like, your
too famous to
opportunity to just flex. You know what I mean?
He's kind of got that like thick boy muscle.
Yeah. Like wide body.
Like he looks strong.
Like flattened and wide.
He looks strong, but yeah, he doesn't look like the other actors.
Like a fighter. He doesn't look like a fighter.
No, he does look like a fighter.
No, he doesn't.
Do you watch fights?
Yeah.
They're not all.
I watched the
watch
one
some
the other
McGregor
night.
fight?
I did.
I actually didn't. That's what's
Why?
funny. I'm chirping you.
No.
I was up north, just me and my dad. He's not big into fighting, so I think I would have had to drop like the $70 PPV, and I was just like doing some shit, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll watch the highlights.
It was convenient. It was on when I was here, and I do enjoy watching it though.
But not all fighters are shredded. Like some of them they just have normal Jonas bods, strong. Anyway, I don't know how we got. I honestly don't know how we got on this.
No.
Childish. Ariana Grande. Take me back. Rewind me. What were we talking about? I was talking about you look like a child. What was it? We
got off track talking about Nick Jonas.
You said you look young. TikTok, you're singing about.
No, that's too far back.
Fucking.
You wouldn't. Some people are half the age. I was talking to my friends' parents.
Oh, we're talking about advantages on TikTok, and I said I don't have that. Like, I'm attractive for a 28-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
These boys on TikTok are some of the hottest men.
Yeah.
I'm like, where were you?
But they're also really young.
I know, but like
young.
Why do they all have
chiseled jaws?
And
like juicy lips.
I now know what it feels like when young girls were like looking at Instagram and celebrities, and they're like, this makes me feel bad. And I was like,
yeah.
How does that make you feel bad?
Expectations.
I was like, whatever, just like be you, be whatever. I go on TikTok now for the first time in my life. I'm like a little bit like
insecure.
Am I hot?
Am I ugly?
Am I ugly? Do women like me on here? These guys they're pretty. That's what I'm gonna say.
They're pretty. That's like what's happening. Like I feel like it was, we're kind of moving away from like the manly, rugged, like manly man.
I talked to this on a podcast. They're all a little gay.
They're all fresh faced, baby. It's probably because they can't grow.
Like actually a little
do you
gay. There was a
mean?
lie detector test. Oh my!
What?
Whoa.
Okay, maybe just this might go somewhere else.
Okay. Just remember this point. Like, throw a checkpoint, like it's a video game. The checkpoint is advantages. Hawkeye's TikTok.
Okay.
28 fucking grandpa. The other day, maybe actually a couple months ago, I was watching some TikTok like YouTube content, and they. Do you remember from David Dobrik, the lie detector guy? David Dobrik had him on for a few like videos.
I don't remember that.
He's like the famous like YouTuber lie detector guy that they have on.
No.
Famous only because of these YouTubers. And so the TikTokers, obviously, they're the most original people ever. So they're like, let's get the David Dobrik lie detector guy to do us. And so Noah Beck, do you know who that is?
No.
Okay. Dixie D'Amelio.
I don't know. Are these men?
No. Wow. You're a bit of a. I think I might crush you in this TikTok competition.
I don't know these. I didn't have TikTok.
Okay. Do you know the Hype House? Are you kidding?
Hype House.
Hype House.
I could imagine what Hype House is.
No, you have no fucking idea.
Hype House is where all the TikTok people live, and they're all like the top TikTok people, and they live in this Hype House.
The Sway Boys, the Homo House, all these houses.
Is it called the Homo House?
No, but like you know what I'm saying. There is. I don't know. I only know two houses. I'm like maybe 10% ahead of you in my TikTok knowledge.
Okay. The detector.
So this group of,
detector.
I think the OG group of guys that were getting big on TikTok that all were like 17 years old. And like, I'm like so hot, like doing like kissy faces, like pretty boy shit. They moved into a house together in LA. And the most popular ones of them are like dating like the most popular TikTok girls. They did a lie detector test. The most popular TikTok girl and her boyfriend, like one of the most popular TikTok guys. And he's like been caught on lie detectors a couple times now, getting asked the question, do you find James Charles attractive? You know who James Charles is? Yes. And the guy, he's like, no. And then it's always a lie. So then when they did the lie detector for the entire Hype House, all the guys, each one's turn, they asked them like, do you find anyone in the house attractive? Would you hook up with anyone in the house? And they all said
we're
no.
a little gay? And
they were all a little gay. And they were all like, okay.
But these lie detector tests, I don't know how accurate these are.
But all of them? and they're like, do you find Josh attractive? And the guy'd be like, no. And it was like, lie. Do you find so-and-so attractive? And he's like, no. It's like, true.
He could also be thinking not sexually attractive.
No,
you know, and they're like, no, I don't think he's attractive.
Would you hook up with any of these guys? No, lie. And I'm like, okay, like, and not that there's anything wrong with it, but like that's probably why they're like pretty and like not like Like I would love to be a little gay because then I'd put face creams on and
Rob puts face creams on. Rob, are you a little gay? I think Rob actually. I'm kidding, Rob.
Honestly, though,
but like
that's a good point though. Now that if you brought it up, it's not that Rob's gay. It's just that if you put Rob in a scenario where like it was Desert Island, he'd be one of the first to go gay. Do you know what I mean?
What is that?
Yeah, you're not on the mic. You're not on the podcast anymore. So
Rob, you don't want to be on the podcast. You have no say.
Yeah, you have no say. Now that it's my podcast, I can spread any sort of false
spread just blatant lies.
Yeah, but that's why I think they're kind of like, you know what it is? It's not that they're gay. It's just that things are converging. Like women are trying to become
fine
more
now. Like it's a thing. Like it's the whole. It's good. Like guys are able to be like express their feelings and like. Yeah. It's not like you shouldn't be ashamed if you want to wash your face with a product. You know what I mean?
100%. And you know what's happening on the other side? I was talking to Annika about this
Mhm.
is that like girls her age, like around like 20-ish, are, because they're becoming more, it's becoming more acceptable for them to be sexual. Like guys, what used to be acceptable for like guys to be like, oh, like sexual, like girl
Yeah.
shit. Like, it's becoming more acceptable for girls to be that.
Mhm.
That guys are becoming pretty and like doing pouty faces, and girls are becoming like, I'm horny.
Like-
Like, whoa.
It's always gonna swing that, there.
I told Annika, this is weird to say because we kind of like worked together, but we were just chatting and kill counts came up, and I told her my kill count.
Mhm.
And you know it, so I'm not gonna say my number. You know the general range.
Okay.
I told you the decades.
It's in decades, yeah.
That sounds bad. I told you the range, and
That's what I said out there. I was like decades.
yeah,
I didn't get it at first.
the intense.
You're a salute. I'm kidding. Continue.
I told her, and she's like, oh, she's like, that's great. Like that's so low. And I was like, she said that she's like the guys, all the guys her age,
Mhm.
and like
Like
even
20, like early 20-year-old boys.
yeah, are like, and like even I guess technically the girls their age are just like their body counts are like through the roof, and it's like it's
There's like
guys
sex
are in
is sex.
the
like-
hundreds, and
What?
yeah, and it's like probably a little bit of a result of that. Whereas like when I talk to people my age, like I know guys with like 8 kills, like it's like pretty normal. You know what I
Maybe
mean?
your friends are just losers.
No. I mean, like in general, just like I have a large selection of. I'm not talking about, I'm not
Yeah.
outing my closest boys that only have 8 kills. You fucking losers, go. No, but that's we'll see. We'll see how the TikTok competition goes. I can use some tools.
Mine's not doing well.
Well, because
so
you're also like you're not willing to be like thoughty yet.
I'll be thoughty.
Okay.
I took my pants off
Okay.
and just wore a t-shirt. It was a little bit of a knee.
Yeah, but
That's my version of. I was wearing a t-shirt.
but also like you were petite, and a lot of these girls that are like being thoughty have like big
I could wear
boobies.
literally stickers on my tits, like, and I'd be cute. Like someone would be like, "You're so cute."
Right. Whereas like there's
Girls could like wear a turtleneck and have huge tits, and they'd be like, "What?"
there's a
slut."
girl on my For You page.
Mhm.
I don't know why she popped up. Maybe because I clicked her profile one time. Because like sue me. She has G cups.
Mhm.
G cups.
Mhm. I don't know. D, C, D, E, F, G. Like, does it have to go up through the letters? I think it does. Like, I think it's like E, F, G.
And she's just like it's like for her, she could wear 3 sweaters
Mhm.
and it would be pornographic.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
Yeah.
you have a little bit of a like
I could push it further. Is what you're saying.
yeah.
I could push my boundaries.
I was saying like no bra ever.
Yeah.
Those shirts that are like cropped,
yeah.
but they kind of hang and like the nipple show,
Just a little bit of the under
boob
boob.
and like the nipple show. That's an any boob size thing, and trust me,
Mhm.
from a guy who's scrolling through the For You page, I know these things. I know what catches the
catches
male.
the eye.
I'm not even trying to be perverted, and I'm just like, just keep scrolling through. You know, you catch that.
So wait, what do I have to wear?
Don't listen to me.
No, yeah, Trav. What I'm
Don't-
gonna wear my next
Don't
TikTok.
listen to
I'm
me. I'm
gonna wear
joking. I'm
your
joking.
outfit. Hear
I'm
that, Rob?
joking. I'm joking.
Trav's telling me to wear crop tops with my underboob showing with a little bit of a nipple slip.
That's just if you want to beat me. I'm saying you have to pull out all this
That's
stuff.
what I have to do, eh?
Because I also have the I would say I might be lacking that thoughty, like,
Mm-hmm.
because guys can,
Because it's different now. The guy
thoughty
thought
guys
he
can
is
blow
like,
up too. If I do a pouty face and I had the cheekbones, it could blow up the
if I
same
had the
as.
bone structure.
I'm just saying, so my tool, like you would be like probably comedy.
yeah.
Like I would
You'd have
do
to be
like
a funny.
funny
You have
stuff.
to be a funny. Yeah.
And, you know, this is taking me back to high school when I had to be funny because I looked like a fucking giraffe, and I had broccoli on my head, like for a hairdo, like an afro.
Yeah. It's bringing back some old insecurities. Gotta be the class clown all over again to get the attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. But you know what I sang too? I joined like I was in bands in high school.
Yeah.
Didn't really get you anyway. Well, let's play the truth or
Let's
drink.
get into the questions.
Let's have some fun. You know, we don't have to.
I literally looked up funny questions to ask, or no, truth or
Truth or drink. I played it.
drink
played it
questions
on a
for
date.
guys. You did? Oh.
And it's a good little sexy icebreaker, but it's kind of funny.
To get you going?
Yeah, so we have some drinks here too. All right, yeah.
Who's starting?
Well, Kate, like
I was laughing at some of these.
That's the thing.
We don't have enough time, Mr. Chatterbox. We're not gonna have enough time to go
we
through
got
all of
fucking
these.
time. These will be quick. And
How long has it been?
It's been 30 minutes. And the questions I looked at were shit. So like what we do is we can just go back and forth on these.
No,
like,
because then I have to answer these ones, and maybe I don't want it. These
then
are
you
my
drink.
questions. These are my
Then you
questions.
drink.
I went through some questions, and I found my questions for you.
1 sec. 1 sec.
What are you doing?
I had to send a text.
What? This is too heavy for me. It's not that bad, I guess. Trav.
Okay, I'm in it. I'm going to cut that little gap
How
out.
unprofessional.
I had to send a business. It's a work day. It's a work day. Okay, hit me.
Okay, I was going to start slow.
Start slow.
But I don't want my questions to be shit.
We're using all your questions.
No.
Yeah, mine were like, if you were to come back as an animal in a different life, what would it be?
Okay, that's so
I know
lame.
I didn't find good ones.
Look up truth or drink for girls.
Okay. But you asked me first. I'll look up.
Okay, I was starting slow. These ones are the ones I found on the web. Do you prefer cuddling or making out?
Okay, you know what's funny?
What?
I used to have like a little thing about making out.
Like you didn't like it?
Like I overthought it one time. Never overthink making out. It's
Wait, like you overthought like the actual action, which made it like kind of gross?
not that it ever grossed me out, but and I always you get a couple drinks in me and you hook up at a bar, like you hook up in general, like make out. There, I'm all over it.
Yeah.
That can't get enough. When you're dating someone, you have like time to think about just like kissing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, what is just kissing? Like, imagine kissing not in a sexual context, just like making out.
When is that not sexual?
No, but like sometimes like people just like kissing each other.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like kissing.
But not then taking it to the next level.
Yeah. Well, that's what's annoying. You should be able to like make out and like go for it without it being like, okay, let's go upstairs. Like, okay, like let's take our clothes off. It's like just make out.
If I touch lip to lip, muscle memory. I can't remember how many times I've ever made out with someone where I like. It's just like, I'm on. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just be like, wow, that was like such a spiritual moment. Like where I literally
with your girlfriend
spit.
Like if you're making out with somebody who you're like just starting to see and like you want it to go to the next level and like you're taking the steps and like, oh, we're going to make out and then like, oh, it's getting a little more heated. Okay, like let's take these steps. But if you have a girlfriend, like I'll want to just like make out with Rob, you know?
See,
like
I just
want to make out.
I was
and
like,
then
what is this?
If anything else more, I'm like, I just want it to
See,
make out.
you're the freak.
I'm a freak.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit, I'm like, is it teasy? Like
it's teasy.
It's a little teasy, but I genuinely just want the makeout. And I know a lot of girls just want the makeout.
Think about what making out is. You're face to face.
Yeah.
You're going.
Why do you kiss goodbye?
Yeah, but you're going wow wow. You're like, and then your tongues are in each other. And then if you overthink what it is, it starts to. I was tripped out by it for a bit. I was like, how is this like? If I actually want to share an intimate moment, how is? I'm like, how is this? For sex, it's different. For sex, it's like, okay, boom, we're getting like things are gonna get going.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll kiss a fucking elbow on the way down. Like it's like what you know. You know what I mean?
Making out actually is completely different. Whether you're like,
it's weird.
It's weird. Like it's true.
Picture someone making out in public.
Okay, but wait, why?
People do that.
Yeah, that's weird.
So I overthought it. So making out or cuddling, if it's
which one do you prefer?
Stand alone, 100% cuddle. I could cuddle every day of the week, unless I like to cuddle, but once I've fallen asleep, I don't want to be touched for the rest of the night. Yeah. And then wake up, cuddle.
In my space.
But sleeping, no cuddly. But cuddling over just raw making out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good at answering these.
Now
I got to pull one up. I told you we both be answering it together.
True.
Like that's what I'm saying. And if you have better questions, like, okay, what's the most shallow reason that you haven't gone on a second date?
Most shallow reason. Like these are gonna be hard for me. Like I don't like seriously, they're gonna be hard for me just because not that I don't want to answer, is I don't know. I'm not very. I'm gonna say I'm not shallow.
But
like
okay. Do you want a different one? Do you want a different one?
One would probably be like would be like looks. Like one would be like someone was too short. I was like, you're just too short for me.
Okay.
It's shallow. It's like that's the only thing I think of. I haven't
Who is too short for you?
I know. Anyone like 5. I don't want to height shame here.
Height shame.
I don't want to height shame.
Shame them.
I can't.
Do it.
For me?
Yeah.
Personally. 5, like a 5. Oh.
You're about to say 5'8"?
5'8". I know. It's not 5'8" and under. 5'7", 5'8", 5'7". 5'8" I will do if like if you're like really good looking. For me,
I understand.
Personally, I think my ideal height is like 5. I'm 5 foot.
Yeah.
My ideal height is like 5'11".
I think
is like ideal.
Height shaming and preference, I think, is A-okay, as long as you don't turn around and get mad when guys are like, I like big boobs, or I want like a fit
it's
girl.
True. I've liked someone and been like, they're just too short, and I'll lay there and be like, that's not a good reason. That and I'm like,
you're short, so you're like, I don't want a short guy.
I don't want to be a short.
If you were tall, you'd potentially be okay with a short guy. Like if you were like a 6-foot girl,
no, you'd need like 6'4",
maybe
5.
maybe though. But you might be like, listen, like I don't want to have another like 6'5" daughter. Like if you date a basketball player,
no, I feel like
some
most tall girls are like they need
genetics.
the tallest guys. I just picture being like that small couple. Like I'm 5 foot. If I have like a 5 foot, like 5'6" guy walking beside me, and people see us on the street from a little far away, it's like we're gonna look really short.
No, I'm with it.
I'm fine with Rob's height.
I think there's like this contradiction out there.
Yeah.
Where it's like, sure, then let guys be like, I don't like fat girls. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's okay to say. It's a preference.
And
the difference is like that could even technically be a choice. It'd be like, I don't like girls with
like if you're a boob or you're a butt guy.
Yeah. Anyway, it's toughy. That's a toughie.
It's a toughie.
That's a warm up. It's a warm up.
It's a warm up. I forget what the question was initially, to be honest.
Reasons you wouldn't go on a second date.
Yeah. I'm trying to not. Okay.
What is this? Are these?
There's some of them are funny.
Okay.
But some include me. Okay. Chad, I'm gonna ask the 2 questions about me. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably better for content. Think about it.
Have you ever had a dream about me?
Huh. I wouldn't lie either. I actually would say it if I did.
If you think this long, it's a no.
It's a no.
It would have to be a no. And if you didn't remember it, I don't even want to fucking know it.
It's a no.
If it was that lame, I don't have you had to remember.
I don't have a lot of sexual dreams.
Okay, what is my least attractive feature? Take a good look at me.
Like,
what is my least attractive
purely
feature?
Appearance?
Yeah. Oh no. Okay, personality too.
Robbie, if you didn't hear on the mics, he said I could help answer some of those.
Rob would have he's probably made
what
a
would
list.
you? Okay, let me think of one, and then I want you to tell me what you think yours is.
No, mine's but then it's gonna mess with yours
I'm gonna say I'm gonna think of mine first,
and then you can't change it.
I won't change it. I am true to the content. I'll try to go off.
So I have to say what my least attractive feature is, and feature.
I'll try
personality feature.
I'll try to go. Oh, so it's all inclusive.
I want one personality feature and one physical feature.
It does. Okay. I mean, it's actually kind of tough because because
I'm amazing. I know it's really hard because I'm perfect.
Personality. Okay.
Okay, I'd say my.
Wait, don't say it. Don't say it. I'm thinking.
Okay, you have to still think.
Mhm. It's tough. I don't pick you apart. Like I've never assessed you as like a feat, like attractive, not you know what I mean? It would either for personality, it would either be like the fact that you don't really have control over your mood in like
I'm moody.
Not that you're moody, just like it would be like for me, like a red flag is like if you can't, if just like the way you've kind of explained that, like sometimes you just like will just like be completely not into like anything. And,
Yeah.
like I know that's natural, it's normal, but like I get scared of shit like that.
Yeah.
Or
That's
your
valid.
like lack of confidence to go on stage and like do your talents, that bugs me. And then looks, it's not, there's nothing.
It's hard because if you're generally not like attracted to someone, it's hard to be like this specific thing. You know?
It would more just be like the fact that I have a type.
Yeah.
I do like.
That's one of my questions. What's your type?
I like I do like a little bit of like booby butt.
Yeah.
Like
you don't like 12-year-old boy bod.
I mean, I love
A
taking a
little more
12-year-old boy bod for no. I'm attracted to it all the same, but if I were to compare it to like a preference,
Yeah.
like I would just say like, yeah, probably just that carry a lot of meat on your body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I've got a solid B cup.
That's not bad.
Maybe
I think I have a B cup as well.
I'm a 34B or a 32C, but I think my boobs, it depends where I'm at. And then really no bum.
To be honest,
I have a nice shape butt. I'd say my shape of my bum is fine.
Yeah.
The ratio, how much, there could be more.
Okay. That's work onable. That's not even like
there was a point during lockdown that I only really did squats. I think a BC is like, it's not like saying what's your least attractive. It's more of a compliment. Like that, I'm like, there's really nothing. It's not like you have like a gangrenous like fucking like half foot. I'm like, yo, you're great, but like you have this like hideous, glaring, ugly thing. It's just like if I had to nitpick, and you were like on a lineup, and there was you, and then versus all the
versus
your
like
type. Yeah.
Yeah, like even like the girl Catherine, like it's similar kind of heights.
Yeah.
Just like a slightly like just different, like she had like booby butt. You know?
Yeah. She was more voluptuous.
Yeah, I'd say that. Okay, all right.
A voluptuous woman.
I wouldn't even like. I feel like I know your type because it's your date. You're dating a type.
Yeah.
These are so bad.
Yeah, they're bad.
Dude, let's go through yours. We'll just go back and forth on yours.
I really.
Oh, you do me. There you go. Those are good questions to ask. Have you ever had a dream about me and then my least attractive?
No, I can't. Dream, I have not had one. And I would say, wait, what was the other one? No, I don't know. I didn't think these questions would come back to me.
They came right on back to you.
I don't know.
We'll do the same thing.
I literally have to think really hard about it. It wouldn't be like an off the...
Like nitpick. Like
just looking at you right now?
Yeah. And do the personality thing. And then I'll think of mine as well.
Personality.
Did you say yours? What you thought yours were?
No. Mine. I don't know. I'm perfect. Like I couldn't tell you. I think I'm great. No, I agree with the mood thing. I do have that would probably be, or like my least because I don't know if moods for me would be attraction wise. I think I'm not like
fuck. Yo, Rob, can you maybe take 10 minutes on that?
What's he doing?
I don't know. It's a lot of moving shit around. It's really loud. Anyway.
Mine would be probably that I'm like less. I'm like I can get a little, it'd be mood swings because I get into moods where I'm like very lazy and like boring.
Okay.
And like
so similar.
Not like sexually spontaneous and stuff. I want to like watch bling empire and like go to sleep and don't maybe just give me a little peck.
Yeah, you want to just make out, no sex.
Yeah. I'm a child.
Okay.
Feature. I hate my feet.
Same.
I think you hate my feet.
No.
Oh, you hate your feet.
Yeah.
Well, your toe is infected.
Okay, we don't need that out there.
My feet are really gross. People have said it too. They're like, it's like they're skinny.
I got the same. I got skis.
Yeah, skinny, long toes. I can pick things up.
Yes.
It's just not that. It's not cute.
Okay, yeah. I got you. Like that's a thing that you'd only know about yourself because, like, honestly, like ugly feet. I factor
you're
out
not
like
a foot fetish kind of guy.
Exactly.
But there are some people that would strictly look at my feet, and go. I thought about being like, yo, can I sell feet pics? Could I do like an OnlyFans and only do feet? And then I took a hard look at my feet and I was serious with myself. I said, I don't think that they're desirable enough.
I got you.
They're not, you know?
Okay. Yeah, like my feet are fucking gross. That's why I tattooed them first. They're not even gross. They're just like, you've seen them. They're just like bony, long.
Yeah, I got the bony ones.
And my toe is lightly inflamed, okay? I had surgery on it. I take antibiotics. It will go down. I have an appointment in 2 days. Yeah, I got shit like that. Like so what's my least, what are mine?
I don't. Okay. I literally.
Top of mind, you have it.
I'm like looking at you and trying to think what would be physically, because I'm trying to think physically. It's so funny. I'm just sitting here looking you up and down like, well, I fucking hate about you.
I'm wearing very tight clothing right now. It's very easy.
I think this is I don't know if this is okay, but I like golden undertoned skin.
Like olive.
Like more of like a
you don't like translucent.
Goldeny. I don't like
see-through pinky. So which is also something
skin.
I can kind of work on. You know, that's like in the summertime.
In the summertime.
I'm still pink. I'm just pink. I'm just a different shade.
Like a golden man.
Yeah, I do. I'm a little, not that I'm self-conscious, but I'm aware of
I'm a little self-conscious about my paleness.
My fairness. Like I put on this shirt, it's like a deep U, and I looked at my chest, and off season, my skin is quite pink.
It's pink.
It's pink. Yeah, it's just, you know, you get some good, you get some bad. You know, if I was tanned year round, it'd be I'd be on that TikTok page with my earring dangling. You know what I mean? Okay, personality.
Personality, relationship wise.
Oh, like you gonna say the obvious? Like,
I feel like maybe I don't know you.
Say it. I say it all the time.
You could never ever love me. You wouldn't get there with me. I don't know.
It's so true.
You'd be a red flag. I'd be like, I don't know. I'm just going to waste my time on this guy. He's just going to run through the motions of what it's supposed to be like to have a girlfriend until like the inevitable he realizes that like he can't and he doesn't. And then he won't. But then I'll be laying in bed like, why did I waste months?
You know that because you have a special insider look.
Yeah.
Right? But like, do I give that vibe off?
You don't give that vibe, but that's dangerous.
To public? I know. But I'm working on it. I think...
I think honestly, I don't truly believe that. I do. I do to an extent, but I do think that eventually...
I think it's personally weird that people fall in love with everyone they date.
Yeah.
I think it's the same condition, but to the opposite side. Like, it's one thing, maybe if you're super choosy about who you date, then you just make great choices. But like, I don't want to fucking name drop, but like a couple girls I know, like they love everyone they date. And I'm like, what? How are you just 100 for 100? And you love each one more. And you're like, no, that last one wasn't love. This is love. And like, it's like a month in, they're like, I love. Whereas I'm on the other side going like, I haven't really felt like romantic love. I hate to say it because then I had a long relationship. I've had a relationship with people I like and I get feelings for and I miss and I care about. And even in my long relationship, like I had a type of love. I was young and I had issues the entire relationship because I didn't feel romantic love. I didn't feel like that want to buy
That,
flowers, like
mhm.
butterflies. And that's why obviously I haven't been great with relationships. So I think I'm on the other side. I'm on whatever, like my side of that.
Yeah.
Instead of some people, like I like some people and like I've only really got to love with some people, but they felt it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, yeah, I don't know what that feels like. But definitely downside to I would have said, I wasn't even thinking about relationship wise. I was just thinking about
I know
in
I
general.
didn't, and then that popped into my head. I was trying to think. I was gonna do like characteristic, like, but I don't know.
I would have said like my I don't know. I have a few things that are like kind of like I'm just like not too fucking psyched about my personality, but I think it's just me. I don't like how like I'm kind of like muted a little bit when it comes to like exciting news or like sad news. I'm just like I'm very like muted. I want to like feel. I want to like feel some
like
shit.
the extremes.
Yeah, and I also because it bugs me that I'm not like why can't I just like dive in and get really passionate about something?
Yeah.
Even though like why can't I get so passionate about music that I just like live and breathe it?
Yeah.
I don't know. So it's like I do and I don't like those. I don't know. There's a few things like that. I have a question though that I remember I wanted to ask you from my like list. I have had a few relationships where, just naturally, maybe like, you purchase like sex toys.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about like crazy shit. I'm talking about like just like like a robe.
A robe?
A rope.
Oh, a rope.
Or like
a robe.
a vibrator. Or like I don't know. Nipple clamps.
I don't know, just a swing.
I actually do have that, but it wasn't
you
my
have nipple
idea.
clamps?
Yeah, one girl I saw back towards university basically sent me like a grocery list. She's like,
go buy all these.
Go buy this. It was like a vibrating like dick ring. Vibrating nipple clamps.
I don't get that. I really don't.
I don't either.
I don't get the nipple clamp. I can't really feel my nipples though.
She could.
Yeah. And apparently that's a thing.
And so I have not a lot, but like a little bit of some things. And I don't know. I haven't thrown them out. Why? Tell me why. And I don't ever use them because I'm not there sitting there with 2 fucking nipple clamps on myself and like a dick ring on. Why is it? And I've never got to reuse them because every time I'm like, that stuff comes up, I'm like, I have some things.
But then you're like,
no, but then they're like, no, ew, no.
Like, ew.
Ew, no. I'm like, what do you think? They're dirty?
Yeah. Like, you would assume that.
Why? They're like probably a latex product that I've cleaned.
But
and then they're like, but like it's some other girls. And I'm like,
if I went to a guy's house, he had nipple clamps. Like clearly, it's like seeming for a girl. And he was like, I had nipple clamps.
If you say it's like this isn't a stranger, like you know me, and I'm like, hey, like these are from past relationships. Like I don't know what to do with them. I have them. They're clean, and it's still like no, and I'm okay with it. I'm like, I'm just gonna throw these fucking things out.
Yeah,
it's kind of embarrassing. I just don't like. It's weird because it's not even like I'm not throwing them out because I bought them all. So I'm like, I'm not gonna throw these out just to keep
what a waste
rebuying shit. But
each girl you have to buy new ones.
It's fine. I'm just
the girls should bring their own.
But like my technically, like they're okay with the fact that like I've been with those girls and they're everything that's attached to me, and I'm like this actually like technically probably sterile physical object.
I would never trust that they were sterile.
Fucking clean it in front of you. Yeah. I'll clean it right in front of you. Like it's like that's what I don't understand. That's not the argument.
Some girls might not. I think a majority of them would just be like, it's like a reminder. It's like anything that was used, but anything
I guess
that's between 2 other people and it's brought in. Like I'd just be picturing that on another girl you enjoying it being with another, it's all just associated, and you'd be like, ew.
It's like that. Whereas for me, I wouldn't be. I don't think it would be like that.
Like if you came over
Mm.
and I was like, yeah, this selection of just like cock rings and
Cock ring's a different story.
like things to
Actually,
go
whoa,
on
it's the same story.
It's the same story.
You're right.
And I was like, oh yeah, put this on.
If you washed it, would I do
And I was
it?
like, but you were like, we were together. And I was like, this is me and my ex-boyfriend used this cock ring. Me and my ex-boyfriend
It wouldn't affect me as much as you think.
use these anal beads.
Well, unless it was in his anal.
It was like, this is my ex-boyfriend's butt plug.
Yeah, I might say no for multiple reasons. Like I don't want that. Like your
I also
ex-boyfriend
don't
was
want-
what? Like into stuff up
I
his.
also don't want anything in my bum bum.
No, that's funny. Yeah, okay, maybe I'm wrong.
Mhm.
Maybe I just throw those out. I'll throw them all out. I'll throw them out.
Do you
gonna throw
think
that.
people would like secondhand buy that stuff?
Whoa.
Put it up on like marketplace? Are you allowed to? I don't even know.
I just don't really want to even be associated with it publicly.
I don't
Like,
even want to meet up with some. Like that'd be I'm gonna leave this on my doorstep in a
Maybe
box.
some people get off on secondhand sex products.
Yeah. There's probably
The people
little-
at the stores, every time I go, it's always a treat. I've only honestly been like maybe 4 or 5 times.
Mhm.
It's like you go once, you get a couple things, and then you're out of there. And like every time, it's just like some really sexually progressive lady working there who's just like super confident. But like, what do you like? Do you like butt play? Do you want this? A little electrocution? Do you want like blah blah blah? Like, oh, this is product I really like.
I
It's-
personally
It's
enjoy.
actually an inflatable butt plug, which is amazing for expanding the area. Like I use it all the time, and I'm there. I'm there.
Expanding the area.
I'm like, I appreciate that visual. I really do, and like, thank you. But no, I'm here to get a small
Just the
amount of KY jelly
Yeah.
or loop or like whatever. Like I am literally
A small smidgen.
enough for maybe to try.
A couple.
Yeah.
Just-
A sampler?
I just want to give it a go.
Do you have a sampler? Yeah. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Trying to. We didn't really play this the right way. It's more of a discussion base.
It's
more so I just don't know what I wouldn't answer. Like I'd have to like I have to drink. Like
yeah. When I played on the date, it was like you pretty much answer it all because like what could
what are you hiding from me?
Yeah.
What won't you tell me?
And it'd be so annoying if I was like, oh, I remember one of them was like, what's a sexual fantasy that you've never that you've always wanted to do but never got to do?
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, I could see how shy people would be like, oh my God, I'll just drink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're like, fucking shut up.
Bitch.
Yeah, just like say it.
Uh-huh.
But like just stuff like that, I could see how like you could, if you had a little self-respect, which clearly I guess you and I don't, that you would maybe like keep something like that a secret. I don't think I would
keep some things mysterious, not just be a complete open book and scare everybody.
Yeah, it's weird that I don't second guess how much stuff I put about myself out on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't bug me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
maybe
really bothered.
you're not. Maybe because you're personally not a judgmental person.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't even really assume, like you wouldn't picture other people judging you because you're like, well, I wouldn't judge someone for that. Whereas like other people who are judgy are really critical about what they put out there.
Yeah.
Because they're like, if it were me, I'd
I-
be judging you.
And it definitely does probably affect like, but you know what? It's probably a good thing because I don't like judgy.
Mm-hmm.
So if judgy people are like, I don't want to associate with him.
Bye.
Not even buy in like a
Bye.
rude way. Just like buy, like it's more just like
You wean them. You attract people that you.
if you put your
wanna vibe
authentic
with.
self out in the world, I think the only people that turns off are probably people that like wouldn't gel with your like, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I like it.
I literally have no other.
Yeah, that's perfect. This is the podcast.
I don't know any other
we're at an
questions.
hour.
Amazing.
See how you remember like you were like, oh my God, no, it's gonna suck. I suck. Like this,
Because I do suck. Everything I said today sucked.
I talk to the camera alone.
I know that's literally the only confidence. I was like, you're like, let's do the podcast. I'm like, no, like I'm gonna suck. I'm just gonna sit there, blah blah blah.
You could have sat on
And
your
you're
phone.
like, I'm by myself. Like I talk to myself.
Yeah.
Like, true.
You could have
Nothing
sat
can
on your
be.
phone. And,
While you just chatted.
and it would have been like just better than because it's fine when I'm talking to the camera when I'm doing like self-helpy, like kind of like
Intro,
updatey stuff, like
introspective
introspective. And that's like definitely something I'll do every now and then, but I want to just enjoy myself. I have fun chats with people. And because of COVID, until really I get the studio set up, I'm not gonna like. I would invite people over that are kind of like in my closer circle that I could be like, you know, have you been quarantining? Like, I know it's like against protocol, but I would break the mandated quarantine if they've been quarantining as well, which sounds stupid, but it's like it's kind of not though. It's like, have you seen anyone? No. Have I seen anyone? No. So if we see each other.
But like how
I know. That's like, it's also part of the reason why I don't have guests. But I'm also just waiting to have like the studio set up, because I promise like all these people that I'm gonna have on the guests, like, oh, when I get the studio set up, I'll have you over. So I put myself in like I gotta finish it. But other than that, it's just you, me, Kevin,
and Robbie.
And like, I've done podcasts with Robbie 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Kevin maybe 20. And it's like, you were like, I wasn't basically wasn't gonna accept no. It's like,
no, I know.
Just come on.
Yeah.
If you literally like, I hate this, I'm doing bad, and you put the mic down, I would have been like, hey, like I'm doing what I would have normally done anyway.
Goodbye.
Is it fun? Would you do it again?
If they're quite like, it's fun enough. Yeah. Like I had a decent time. It's more fun than I anticipate, only because before the fact, I'm like, this is like, it's just going to be, I'm not going to have anything to say, blah, blah. And then I realized that it's just like a basic human function to have a conversation, and which we do.
I'm a chatterbox.
Which we do all the time anyways.
I chat.
Yeah.
It's you're worried about what's going to be said around me? Or
like, no, what's not going to be said? Like, I picture just being like a mute, like just being like, you know, like not having much to say.
You could give reactions. Like I have endless streams of words falling out of my face.
Yeah.
I could have a conversation with that guitar, but it's history. Like, why is it 2 tones? Is that even real wood? Where
it's not even real wood.
Anyway, but
okay,
no,
cool.
Thanks for coming on.
My pleasure.
Good luck. Like, let's get famous on TikTok.
Yeah, we'll see.
Can we check who's done better?
I have 0 views.
No, you don't.
I swear on my life, I'm not getting any.
Let's see who's done better on their TikTok. We posted.
No, you have a TikTok channel though. Like, algorithm's different for you. You should have had to start fresh like me.
My first video, my second video.
The first video is always good.
My second video got 229 views. Nothing crazy. Still not 0. Yours will get 0. Up there. Let's see how much Travi boys.
I have like 5.
I have 10 likes, 2 comments. Finally, someone who did what we were all thinking when we heard that. Oh, I got people are interacting.
Oh, interactions. I don't have any.
Okay, so I mean,
I'm not even gonna go to mine.
You got some work to do. Pull it up. You have to close the app and restart it. I think it might just say 0.
No, it's 0. No, it's like 5.
Let me see.
It's fine. I just have to keep posting. You have to keep putting them out there.
You're actually better off. The algorithm will reward a new account with continuous effort than my like sporadic.
I have 6 views.
No. I'm one of them.
Oh, I have 7. Sorry.
So 6.
No, I've set. Yeah, I know. I'm probably one of do I count? I've watched it.
Share it.
No. That's the thing. I'm not willing to like.
Everybody who's listening to the podcast right now, we're about to shut it down. It's Liv D Clavasio, spelled all one word, LIVDICLAVASSIO.
1 S.
SIO.
Yeah, guys, go watch my TikTok. Get me some. I'm kidding.
Support her because she needs the help getting started. But if you think for a second, if she starts passing me, you better get back on. You at John Famos on TikTok. Send me the likes, the comments. I want interactions.
I can't believe I'm losing.
I got a head start. I'm also hilarious, darling. Absolutely.
You're like, I will bury you.
Yeah. I love a good.
You're like, you have a heads up of me, but I'll bury you.
I will fucking bury you.
I'll bury you. Okay,
folks. Thanks for listening. Almost Famous. New vibe. This is how it's going to be. Fun stuff. And we'll see you next Tuesday.
Goodbye.
Now that you wandered to the clearing in the woods where the wheat sway in the wind, and you found a dead deer and you made it into moccasins overjoyed.